In the top stories, the uptake of renewable energy could spell trouble for Barbados Light and Power. The Barbados Labour Party says the march will go on, and one credit union says a bank should not be the focus right now. Welcome to Nation News for Tuesday, July 22nd, 2014. I'm Natasha Beckles.
No matter where you are in the world, at home or abroad, Nation News keeps you connected with what's happening in Barbados through our website, video newscast, and online e-papers. So stay connected with Nation News. Your news, your time, your way.
Barbados is on course to save $6 million in foreign exchange this year, thanks to the ongoing explosion in electricity production from photovoltaic systems. But an economist says several cost challenges could arise by year-end for the Barbados Light and Power. Market analyst at BL&P Adrian Carter says the utility sales could suffer as more individuals install solar systems, and a special tariff should therefore be introduced to level the playing field. He said this would help the utility to recover costs without passing them on to customers who do not have photovoltaic systems. He made the comments this morning at the Central Bank's 34th Annual Review Seminar. The Barbados Labour Party today restated its opposition to the municipal solid waste tax by government and plans to go ahead with a march on Thursday, despite opposition even from within its own ranks. General Secretary Senator Jerome Walcott said the party was against the tax since its announcement and remained focused on fighting against it. He said the BLP had discussed how to deal with the levy at various meetings, contrary to the belief of some. Mr. Walcott said the march would start at Hero Square and end at Bay Street by the stoplights because they were told by the police that they could not go within 200 yards of government headquarters. Credit unions in Barbados should not be focusing on the establishment of a commercial bank right now. Instead, the board of the Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union believes there is an urgent need for the development of a shared platform which would significantly reduce credit unions' operational costs. This was revealed by President Dalton Medford in response to a decision by the wider credit union movement to advance plans for the establishment of a bank. Mr. Medford said the bank would come into being in a highly competitive and aggressive banking sector, which currently has 5 well-funded entities. He also said the high-return products and services to be offered by the proposed bank would compete with the credit union's offerings. Mr. Medford suggested an alternative business model which would still allow credit union members to access increased services which they were demanding. The Met Office is monitoring the progress of Tropical Depression No. 2, which formed to the east of the Lesser Antilles yesterday evening. The system is expected to spread some moderate to heavy showers, isolated thunderstorms, and occasional gusty winds across Barbados late Wednesday into early Thursday morning as it moves across the region. Both public and private sector workers need to improve their productivity. This is the view of Chairman of the Productivity Council, Dr. Akentulov Corbin, who said productivity had to become a regular and consistent activity in all organizations. Addressing participants in the council's summer workshop this morning, he said values like honesty and commitment were necessary in the workplace. He told the young participants to choose a career which suited their personalities and not just for the paycheck at the end of the month. Barbados' lone female calypso monarch, Rita, arrived in Barbados today to be part of the 40th anniversary Cropover Monarch Show on Friday at the National Stadium. She will be singing her winning Can't Party for the first time since her controversial win over John King, who had penned the song. She said more than 25 years after winning the crown, the memory was still bittersweet. We now go to Carol Martindale for our weekly commentary.
There's always some point to dispute. But after last Saturday's Junior Calypso Monarch, we can all rest assured that we have a lot to be proud of as it relates to this art form. The juniors were assured of themselves, the lyricists and arrangers did their part, the backing band was superb. Also, thanks to the encouragement and support from the schools. So even though some have taken to social media to vent, the winners need not despair. Neither should any of the other competitors. Kudos to them all for their courage and their commitment. That's why we have Sammy G and Renan, Aziza, Cher and Dynamo, and all the others. We have so much of which we can be proud. Kaiso is in good hands and with a bright tomorrow.
Now for sport. Patriots forced a decisive Game 3 in the First Division Basketball Finals on Monday with a 65-64 win over Clapham Bulls. Omari Jackson led all scorers with 17 points, while Andre Stout and Justin Gaskin chipped in with 14 and 10 points respectively for Patriots. National point guard Raheem Gibbons top scored for Clapham with 15 points. The winner takes all Game 3 is scheduled for Wednesday at the YMCA. Cricket fans in Barbados will get their first taste of this year's Limacol Caribbean Premier League on Wednesday when the Barbados Tridents take on the St. Lucia Zouks at 4 p.m. The Tridents will be looking to get back in winner's roll after beating the Antigua Hawksbills, then falling to Trinidad and Tobago Red Steel. Yesterday, fans got a chance to interact with Kirk Edwards, Jason Holder, and international player Shoaib Malik during the Court's Best Seat in the House event. Radio personalities Dennis Johnson and Carol Roberts also interviewed the players about their performances so far. And finally, there's mischief afoot in one suburban Portland neighborhood, but police say it doesn't involve the typical spray paint or broken windows. No, we're talking donuts left on windshield wipers and pastries littering a yard. There have been more than a dozen incidents involving food, and police think kids are the likely culprits. And that's Nation News for Tuesday. Get it on our website nationnews.com as well as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.